Yo, what's happening, Raider Nation? It's your boy Soto here. You know what it is. Raiders versus the world, talking about the team that the world loves to hate, your Las Vegas Raiders. All right, it's time. Jaxson Dart, here we go. He's shooting up the draft boards, or might I say, darting up the draft boards? Okay, bad dad joke. This dude just goes out there and just balls. He just balls out. All right. He can do what you ask him to do. You need him to throw from the pocket, he can throw from the pocket. You need him to scramble and throw on the run, he can do that. You need him to run and pick up yards, he can do that. You need him to bowl over some defenders, he can do that. Jaxson Dart, when you take a look at him, he was in a very quarterback friendly offense. Okay. It was a hurry up offense. It banked on confusing the defenses, keeping them on the field, not letting them sub out. And it's a good offense if you have a guy that can run it, and Jaxson Dart can run it. Okay, let's take a look at some good and bad. There's a lot going on with Jaxson Dart. Okay, after we're done, we'll listen to a couple of guys, listen to what I have to say, have a good time. All right, guys, here we go. All right, here's the play, and we're going to highlight this guy right here. Okay, what happens here is we got the slot receiver shooting straight, underneath, cuts around on a crosser. This shows Jaxson Dart's just arm strength and overall arm talent. This is a 25-yard pass that gets there really fast on a rope. This is an impressive ball. It doesn't seem like it's anything crazy, but this ball was in between a couple of defenders, and it had to be thrown the way he threw it, or it may have been tipped and who knows, maybe even picked off. And the pass is going to be right here. All right, guys, let's take a look. Okay, at the snap, a little play action. Zip. Whoo! He gone. That was on a rope. You're going to really be able to tell from the back view. Here we go. Look at all this is 25 yards. Okay, look at how fast it gets there. Zip, bang. All right, so Jaxson Dart, he's way more athletic than he's given credit for. I'm not saying he's a top tier athlete, but he's right there with some of the more athletic quarterbacks in the NFL. Let's go ahead and take a look at this play here. I'm not even going to bother drawing up the routes. Jaxson Dart's going to take off with the ball up the middle, and watch what he does. At the snap, everything's covered. Everything looks good. Got a lane. Jaxson Dart takes off. Watch the guy coming up on him. Whoop. Oh, my goodness. I don't condone a quarterback hurdling anybody, but that does show some nice athletic ability. Plus, he scooted down there. That was about almost 30-yard run right there. Okay, he looks over. We saw that everything was covered. Sees a lane. He's going to take it. Whew. Nice. And gets down right away. Nice job. Drawing out this play doesn't look like anything special, but for all the quarterbacks out there that know, the back shoulder throw nowadays is a very important throw in the NFL because of all the rules giving the advantages to the offense. Defenders have gotten so much better and so much more adept at keeping up with receivers down the field. The back shoulder throw is an excellent throw against man coverage. Check this one out. All right, here at the snap. This is late in the game too. It's a really big play here. A little motion here. Here goes snap. Play action. Back shoulder. Oh, what a play. What a throw. All right, more athleticism by Jaxson Dart. This is in 2003 against Alabama. And yeah, there was no hesitation here. The middle of the defense opened up, and these aren't like scrubs. These are, good Alabama players. Check this play out. At the snap, he sees it. Everyone's open. Gone. This is impressive, guys. He has some definite athletic ability. Nice work. Okay, this route doesn't look like anything special. You guys are probably like, dude, Soto, what do you got me out here watching? Trust me. What we're going to see here is a play action, and the back is, he's not really picked up by anyone. Well, the offensive line was beat straight off by this really good Alabama defensive line. You can see Jaxson Dart get away from these guys, then do an excellent job completing the pass to the running back. It shows, again, athleticism, the ability to create plays outside the pocket. And again, these guys that are going to be playing on Sundays, or if they're not already. Let's check it out. All right, here at the snap, play action. Right away, he's got to get out of there. Run, run, run. Look at this play. This is NFL 101. Even when the defense is right, how are you going to make the play happen? Wow. going out of bounds, finding your guy, and getting the first down. Okay, one thing with Jaxson Dart is he can get impatient. If things aren't going his way, he will take a lot of shots. He'll take a lot of dangerous shots too. Now, at this time right now, it's the beginning of the third quarter, and it's still a 2-point game here. Now, Ole Miss ended up losing this by a couple of touchdowns, but it was still a game that was very much in doubt at this point in the game. What we're going to see is this. Just focus on the bottom receiver here. Jaxson Dart is going to see that it's double covered. He's going to throw it anyway. Ill-advised pass against double coverage. One of the guys is Terrion Arnold, who ended up picking the pass. You got to know who you're throwing against. It's double coverage. The game is still tight. Your defense is playing well. What are you doing? Jaxson Dart just got impatient here. He put the ball in danger, and it was a really bad pass, a really bad decision, and ended up hurting the team really bad. Let's take a look at it unfold. All right, snap. We'll play action. Look, you can see he's covered already. He's double covered. He throws it anyway and just had no shot. All right, let's take a look at the end zone view. You can see it from here. You see what he sees. He's double covered the entire time. There's no reason for him to throw that ball. And he just, bad decision. Next play. This shows a lot of smarts here by Jaxson Dart. He underthrows this ball a little bit to slow down the receiver. You see this receiver here up top here in the slot. He does kind of a curved route. He runs away from the outside corner to give himself a little bit of space inside. Corner go ahead and just bails. This safety also here, the top safety here, he bails deep. So he's covering the deep part. And there's a little pocket open. Now, if Jaxson Dart would have led the receiver, he would either gotten blown up by the safety or it would have got intercepted. Now, there is a small chance that if Jaxson Dart would have thrown it out here up top, it may have been completed, but the way that the receiver was running, that was going to be a hard adjustment for the receiver to make. This is the spot where it needed to be, right in this bigger circle here. If you would have let him more, it would have been picked off or it would have been defended. This way, they pick up a big chunk play. Let's check it out. See that? Throws it shorter. Boom. Got him. Nice work. Another nice throw here by Dart. Right in the pocket the defense gives him. Perfect play right on the sideline. NFL receiver is going to be able to toe tap and get 2 feet in. Let's take a look at this. The pass goes right here on a line. Beautiful pass on the sideline. Just check it out. Watch the slot guy here on the bottom. Tight end. At the snap. Releases. Right in the pocket. Boom. Oh, great catch, but also a great ball. Let's take a look at it from the end zone. That was his only shot to complete that pass there. Lets it go before the defense gets in, and wow, what a pass, what a catch. Another example of the athleticism and creativity of Jaxson Dart, be able to make plays off platform, different arm angles. At the snap, the tight end is going to run behind the line, and this is end here. I want you to focus on the end that I show rushing. That's Danny Dennis Sutton. He's going to get drafted this year. He's pretty badass at defensive end. He doesn't get fooled by the play fake whatsoever. He goes right for Jaxson Dart. As he's falling, Jaxson Dart throws a touchdown pass. A lot of quarterbacks in this situation, so close to the goal line, would have maybe just eaten the sack because, hey, I don't want to put the ball in danger. Jaxson Dart kept his head up, kept his wits about him, and made the play happen. Let's take a look at it. Look at the defensive end, just fire. Boom. Nope, I don't worry about the play fake. But still touchdown. Nice work. Let's take a look at it from the end zone. You'll be able to see a lot quicker here. Danny Dennis Sutton is a baller. Look at that. Oof. Pressure, still got a touchdown. Nice work. In the NFL, you have to go through progressions. If you can't go through your progressions and your main target is not there, you're going to have problems because you're not going to be able to run away from everybody every single time. There's just too many big, fast athletes on the defenses in the NFL. This is an example of the first read not being there, which is the speed out on the bottom here. Jaxson Dart quickly goes to a second read over the middle, which is a tight end who blocked for a count and then released. No pun intended, but he threw a dart right in between 3 defenders. Excellent pass. This pass goes right here on a line. Excellent work. Okay, let's watch it unfold. Okay, at the snap, doesn't like his first one. Zip, bang. Nice play. No hesitation. You can't hesitate on that because the window's going to close quickly. Let's take a look here. You can see it. Pump fake, doesn't like it. Second read, gets him. All right, Jaxson Dart giveth, and Jaxson Dart taketh away. This is an ill-advised pass. It's just a quarterback trusting his arm way too much going against him during this time. He didn't square his shoulders. He was running out of bounds. He threw a ball up there and it got picked off. What we're going to see here is the running back's going to kind of fake block and then come and try to help Jaxson Dart out and run to get to an open spot. We're going to see Dart run damn near out of bounds here. Let's go here right before he gets out of bounds. Now, because he's falling out of bounds, he can't square up his shoulders. He can't sit and rotate and get his body into his throw. It's an arm throw. Plus, he's fading out of bounds. So he throws it short, and it gets undercut by the defender. Good job by the defender. Terrible pass by Jaxson Dart. Ill-advised pass. Throw it away. Run out of bounds. Don't turn the ball over this deep in your own territory. Let's take a look at the play here. Okay, comes back. Nothing's open. Gets flushed out. Run, run, run. Oh, yeah. No good. Let's take a look from the end zone angle. Look a little bit better here. Takes off running. And that's just an ill-advised pass. You can't have that, man. You just can't have it. It's putting your defense in a bad spot. And it's just an ill-advised pass. Another play to show off Jaxson Dart's athleticism. This is a design run. Just keep your eyes on Jaxson Dart. He runs up the middle on design run. He gets hit at like the 3-yard line by 2 defenders. He has no business scoring a touchdown on this play, but he bowls his way into the end zone. It shows athleticism. It shows strength, and he's just a tough competitor. Now, I don't like my quarterbacks taking hits like this, but, man, it was still very impressive. Let's take a look. At the snap, designed run, and bang, he gets hit on the 5-yard line and drags 2 guys in with him. Oh, my goodness. All right, let's take a look at it from the end zone. He has no business scoring a touchdown on this play. He gets hit on the 5, bang, and takes 2 guys in with him. Oof. Yo, man, a lot of good, a lot of oof. Yeah, a lot of that too. Look, again, no perfect prospects out there, okay? All these guys have things they need to work on. Jaxson Dart needs to work on his footwork. He stands nice and tall, and he's very mobile, but he's not like super mobile with the arm strength combined to be able to throw some of the off-platform throws that he does. When he does off-platform stuff, when he kind of changes his arm angle, it's got to be short passes. If he tries to just whip it a little too far down, we saw that interception, that's what happens to him. And it's not always interceptions, but they're incompletions as well. If Jaxson Dart can play on time, right, and if he can keep his balance and he can maybe work on his footwork a little bit, okay, he can be definitely a middle to high-end starter in the NFL. Because this dude is a freaking stud. He's got it, okay? The only thing is he doesn't have it like he can throw off platform, but he can't do it quite like, the Patrick Mahomeses and even the Caleb Williams or the Jaden Daniels. He can run, but he's not big like a Josh Allen, and he's not fast like a Jaden Daniels. He's kind of somewhere in between. He can get the job done, but he needs to improve a lot on a few areas. We did see him look at a second read. He's going to need to be able to do more than that in the NFL. If you can build an offense for him to give him some easy release checkdowns and things like that, and you can let him use an RPO game to help attack the defenses more with his legs, this guy, he's a player, man. He's a player. He doesn't have the strongest arm. And neither does like a Shedeur Sanders, right? But Shedeur Sanders is much more accurate with the deep ball than Jaxson Dart is. When you get a little deeper down the field, Dart likes to see those receivers open before he throws it. Shedeur can throw guys open. That's the main difference I see between the two guys. Arm strength, they're very similar, but it's as far as using the legs and off-platform stuff, Jaxson Dart is way further along than a Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders is more of a pocket passer guy, play on time, be accurate with the ball. Dart is a little bit more of a gunslinger, okay, and there's nothing wrong with that, but if you don't have the gunslinger cannon, if you don't have that firearm to be able to throw the ball from off platform and whip it and get into tight spots, you could get into trouble, especially with some of these defenders in the NFL. Okay, let's hear what Mel Kiper Jr. has to say about Jaxson Dart.
I think it's Jaxson Dart. I mean, Jaxson Dart to me, and I know there's other quarterbacks. You're going to pick yours. That's your guy coming up, because I'm not going to steal your thunder, Field. I'll throw, certainly Kyle McCord from Syracuse, formerly of Ohio State, and Will Howard, formerly Kansas State, went to Ohio State in that mix. But Jaxson Dart, we don't say who's our guy. Jaxson Dart can throw the football than anybody. Jaxson Dart can move around. He's tough. He's a baller. He's not just a quarterback. He's a baller. And I look at the numbers across the board. They're phenomenal. 69% completion percentage this year, 29 touchdowns, 6 picks. Over the last 2 years, 60 touchdowns combined, 11 interceptions. Jaxson Dart, you talk about extending plays, picking up first downs, frustrating the defense with his legs. Jaxson Dart can do that. So for me, when you put it all together, I know RPOs and the offense he ran for Lane Kiffin. Yeah, that's something that people are going to say, oh, look, that made it easier for him. I saw Patrick Mahomes yesterday, RPO, throwing strikes and doing it in an NFL AFC championship game. So Jaxson Dart can do that. He can do anything else you want him to do. He can roll left. He can throw against his body. He can roll right. He can see the field, and he can run, and he can frustrate defenses.
Yeah, man, that's high praise coming from Mel Kiper Jr. If Mel Kiper Jr. calls you a baller, you are a straight baller, all right? You can get the job done. Jaxson Dart can definitely get it done. The issue that I'm seeing with Jaxson Dart is he likes to move around more than he needs to because he's good at it and he gets away with it sometimes. But when he does it, when he doesn't need to, that's when he gets into trouble because he gets a little bit off balance and he doesn't set his feet and he doesn't get his weight underneath his throws. You got to take the good with the bad with some of these ballers, okay? But the issue that I'm seeing is if you're going to be a gunslinger, you better have a really strong arm. And Jaxson Dart just doesn't have that strong an arm. It's just an okay arm. Nothing wrong with it. It's strong enough, but he needs to be more comfortable with setting his feet even outside the pocket. Okay, where is he going to go? Where is he going to get drafted? I've heard as high as 6 to the Raiders. I've heard 3rd, 4th round even sometimes. All right, let's hear what Todd McShay has to say about where he feels Jaxson Dart's going to go in this draft.
I think there's a really good chance Jaxson Dart winds up in the 1st round. There are some teams that think the conversation between Shedeur Sanders and Jaxson Dart is a lot closer than people might think, okay? So it wasn't like during the week you walked away and were like, holy shit, Jaxson Dart blew me away. But it also wasn't set up that way, if that makes sense. I just think when you watch Dart, everything's good to really good. He doesn't have Josh Allen's arm, but he's got a really good arm. Doesn't have Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen's mobility, but he's really mobile. He doesn't have the elite accuracy, but it's really good. And then you couple that with his experience and his improvement. I like him a lot more than I thought I ever would like Jaxson Dart. But at the end of the day, you got to figure out, can this guy be our starting quarterback? And if the answer is we really believe he can be, he's going to be a 1st round pick.
Yeah, man, I totally agree with Todd. If you feel like this is your dude, if you can build an offense, if you can build a system that can take advantage of his strengths and you can coach up some of the things he needs to work on, you take Jaxson Dart because he has that it. He has that moxie. He has that fire in him, super competitive. He'll run over guys. He'll just, pump up the crowd, pump up his team. This dude is a play waiting to happen, okay? The issue is it going to be a good play or is it going to be a bad play? Ultimately, I think with some coaching on his footwork, his balance, his drops, because he's out of the shotgun every single play, and he doesn't really take drops. He just kind of like a couple of shovel steps back, no hitches, no bounce, none of that stuff. Doesn't really step through a lot of times. If he gets coached on his footwork, he gets with a good offensive coordinator, a good quarterback coach is going to help him with his footwork, his arm strength will improve. Now, outside of the pocket, it's all a fair game because you can't always set your feet outside the pocket, but if he doesn't get too greedy with it and he just gets the play that's in front of him, I think he'll be fine. Use his legs. If he's in an offense where he can do RPOs and he can run, he can use his plays kind of like Pete Carroll with, Russell Wilson, this can work because he is definitely a freaking baller. He's not a small guy. He's 6'2", but he's like 225. He's a big kid, right? And he's not scared to get hit. I don't like my quarterbacks getting hit whatsoever, but if you're going to be a guy like Jaxson Dart, the way he plays, you're going to have to take a couple of hits here and there. Now, as long as we can keep it to a minimum, teach him how to slide in the open field, I think we'll be okay. because this dude can ball. Mel Kiper said it. I've said it. McShay says he's probably going to be a first-round pick. He has some deficiencies, but you can work on those. As long as you make the reads a little bit easier and always give him an outlet valve, I think he'll be fine. Ultimately, I wouldn't mind the Raiders taking him if you're convinced this is the guy for you. If you have question marks, don't take him, because any question marks that you have, they're going to come up and you're going to be kicking yourself. I'm not saying he's going to be a great player. I'm not saying it's going to be a washout. But what I'm saying is you have to be okay with who Jaxson Dart is. Now, who is he? He's a tough, competitive, baller-type gunslinger quarterback, but he doesn't have the gunslinger arm, and that gets him into trouble. He needs help reading and going through his progressions. Pre-snap, he's good. Post-snap, he doesn't go through his progressions very quickly. He needs some help doing that. He needs some help with his balance and his footwork. If you can give him that, if you can give him a strong run game, if you can protect him, this guy will win a lot of games for you, all right? All right, guys, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share to all your socials. Everyone, please do it. We're almost there. We're getting past 600. Let's get to 1,000, guys. That'll be amazing. I really appreciate you. I do this just for you guys. Let me know what you guys think. Who do you want me to do next? Jalen Milroe, Carson Beck, Gabriel, who do you want next? Okay, Quinn Ewers. I'm going to do some more of these for you guys. Just let me know what you guys think. Drop a comment, like, subscribe, and share. It's the absolute bare minimum you can do without doing anything at all. All right, guys. Until next time, everybody. Peace. Hey, Raider Nation. Thanks for watching. There's plenty more where that came from. Go ahead and smash that like button. Drop a comment. Make sure to subscribe and share to all your socials. It's the bare minimum you can do without doing absolutely nothing.